Oh, testing, testing.
So, like I said, guys, this is a very deadly situation. I want you guys to protect your life from flying debris. This is a very dangerous situation.
Alright, guys, so. Alright, guys, so. Alright, so. Currently. The tornadoes just don't stop. We've currently got a tornado on the ground doing damage. If you're in the path of this, you need to take cover. Currently, the tornado. A debris ball has been showing up. This tornado is likely on the ground somewhere right in here. If you're in Dawson Springs, you need to take cover immediately. This is right on your doorstep. Do not go outside and look and see if you can see it. Just go to the lowest floor of a building, or if you're in a house, and take cover. This is an imminent, deadly threat. It's a tornado emergency. A confirmed large and destructive tornado was observed. Take cover now. You're in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. This includes Interstate 69 in Kentucky between mile markers 81 and 90. Large, dangerous tornado. Get to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building and avoid the windows. If you're in a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Complete destruction is possible. This is a deadly situation, and more than likely, if you're above ground, you cannot survive this. You have to get as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Yeah, this is not good. That is a very strong signature. This is likely a very large tornado. In the part that I circled, that is a large tornado on the ground doing damage. Again, if you're in Dawson Springs, you need to take cover. This is for counties. This is here in Kentucky. If you're in Princeton, Farmersville, Eastern Caldwell County, you need to be in your shelter. This is an observed tornado, and it is a catastrophic threat. Let's see if we have any video coming in yet of the tornado. Here's the tornado like I said, it is currently on the ground.
Guys, we have got a
right there. There. This is it. Look at that. That is a violent tornado. Very bad situation. This is all from earlier. It's 130 miles per hour of rotation on the storm. This is a very dangerous tornado. I mean, the radar, just so you know what all this means. Here's the wind speeds. This radar is picking up some very strong winds. I mean, that is like, when you have winds of 90 to 100 going at each other, that is some very strong rotation. Because if you have winds going like this towards the radar, and winds going like this toward the radar, it's just creating a spin, and they just spin. So that's what the tornado is, and that's why this is a very deadly tornado on the ground. We also look at what's called the correlation coefficient, and wow. So the radar can pick up debris. I want you to look. It's not easy to spot. If I circle it, it will be. The dark blue is debris. That is a debris signature right there, folks. That is a very large debris signature. That is likely people's homes, trees. I mean, the radar is picking up that shouldn't be there. Is pretty much what that is. I know there's a lot of colors and stuff, but when you have like the lime greens and then it's just blue, dark blue, that means that there is likely a lot of debris being thrown up thousands and thousands of feet in the air, probably 30,000 plus feet in the air. So this is a very large tornado on the ground for sure at this point. It's confirmed. I have video of it, and it's a very dangerous situation. If you're in Caldwell County, you need to be in your safe place. This is a very dangerous threat. It's making its way into Dawson Springs currently. Let's see if we have any more video coming in. Here it is. This is from earlier. Large vortex. But here's the this is what we're looking at right now. There it is. That is a large, dangerous tornado on the ground. You need to be in your safe place. Again, debris is being lofted 35,000 feet into the air. 35,000 feet in the air is people's homes being just completely thrown up. That's crazy. I mean, this is a very dangerous tornado. Tornado emergency. Tornado warning is when they have it on the radar and it looks like there could be a tornado. But a tornado emergency means that there's a confirmed large tornado on the ground currently doing damage. And yeah, the rotation continues to strengthen. This is going right into Dawson Springs. Radar is picking up 140 mile-an-hour winds with this. That is some very strong rotation. This is a massive tornado on the ground. And you can see it. It's hooked back. You see that? How it comes back? Again, this is very dangerous. I'm going to call out some places. I'm not too familiar with this area. If you're in Dawson Springs, that you have about 2 minutes before this thing's on your head. If you do not take cover, this is very dangerous. You need to be in your safe place in Dawson Springs. Coming up in line next will be places like St. Charles, Nortonville, White Plains, Morton's Gap, Farlington, Madisonville. If this thing stays on the ground, all of these places, this could move into a more populated area. And that would be very bad because there's a lot of towns coming up if this thing can hold together. Let's hope it doesn't, because that would be very bad. Let's check the debris signatures. Yeah, that's a massive debris ball. This is very, very bad. You can see it. I mean, that's that dark blue right there. Let me draw it out again for you. That is debris being thrown up 35,000 feet into the air. I mean, that is a massive tornado. This is not good. The weather just won't stop. I don't know what's going on. There was tornado emergencies all night last night. I didn't get any sleep. And here it goes again. Look at that, folks. That is a major tornado. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that cone tornado. Very violent. Wow. It's an incredibly violent tornado. 37,000 feet in the air, there's debris being lofted. Wow. I mean, folks, that's 37,000 feet in the air. People's homes are being tossed up. I mean, that is ridiculous. And why the Weather Service is being so, harsh when it comes to the wording of the storm. I mean, it's a catastrophic threat possible here. This is I can't really even stress enough into words how dangerous this is. If you're caught outside without shelter, you cannot survive this tornado. I don't like to use this kind of wording all the time, if possible, but when you have this much of a threat, you have to, because people won't take it seriously. This is a life-threatening situation. Vehicles as likely in complete destruction as possible. You need to take cover. It's going right into Dawson Springs. This is very bad. This is on the ground, for sure on the ground still. I mean, you can see it. It's right here. Just making its way. I mean, this is Dawson Springs. This is hitting you as we speak. If you are not in your safe place, it's going to be too late. This is on the ground, moving right into the Dawson Springs area. You have to be in your safe place. You're running out of time if you're not, because this is on your head. And if you go out and try and see it, you're not going to be able to see it, folks. This is nighttime. You cannot see a tornado. And by the time you do, it's going to be too late. So please, just go inside and take cover. If you're in Dawson Springs, again, you have to take cover. But places down the road like St. Charles, you have to be in your safe place. You got to get down now, folks. This is, again, you're running out of time if you're not by now. This is a life-threatening situation. You have to be in your safe place. If you aren't, you're running out of time. You cannot take this lightly. This is a life-threatening situation, without a doubt. I mean, this is a very serious situation. Words can't do it justice. I mean, this is unsurvivable tornado on the ground right now. And it's moving right. Debris being lofted 40,000 feet in the air, guys. I mean, Dawson Springs, it's too late now when you're hearing me say this if you're not in your safe place. 40,000 feet in the air. If this hits a home, I can't even. This is a very bad situation. Very bad. Again, words can't even explain. You have to take cover. You have to. Jeez. Such a bad situation. Dawson Springs, please. I mean, this is it. You have to be in your safe place at this point. Large tornado. Man. And folks, I don't mean to not check on the other tornado warnings. This was just the most imminent one. There's a lot of other ones as well. I'm not seeing a whole lot of rotation with this, so we'll leave that for now. This one, again, those are just those QLCS tornadoes. By the time you hear me say anything, you can pretty much, it's hard to really warn you for those, because those spin up in seconds, and then it's just, but Dawson Springs, this is moving into your town right now. I mean, this is, it's very, very bad situation here. I mean, all I can do is look at the radar and see what's happening. Fortunately, I can't, do anything about it. I wish I could. You feel very helpless as somebody watches the weather, because all you can do is sit back and watch everything happen. I mean, that's a debris ball right there. And I mean, it's sticking. I mean, folks, that is a massive debris ball right there. It's a large tornado. there's no doubt that this is, I mean, obviously it's on the ground, we've seen it, but Dawson Springs, you can no longer even, at this point, I've done everything that I can for Dawson Springs. I mean, they're getting hit right now. Yeah, I'm very scared to see some of the video and pictures of the damage that's going to come out of there, because I have a bad feeling that that's going to be very bad. This is a destructive tornado. Caldwell County, you need to be in your safe place. Need to be. I'm trying to see if I can get picture and video of this tornado. I mean, we've had some already come in, but I mean, look at this tree snapping. I mean, this was last night in Claremore, Oklahoma, this small town that I just saw get completely wrecked, and it looked just as bad as this right now. So, I mean, I'm afraid we're going to have some of the same pictures come out of Dawson Springs, and I'm just hoping that this will lift. I really do, but it's not showing signs of weakening. I mean, I can tell you right now what some of the winds are showing on here. It's not good. Strong tornado. I mean, again, Dawson Springs, it's too late. You either were in your safe place or you weren't at this point. There's not much more I can do. I hope to God that those people took it seriously and got in their safe place, because if they didn't, then it's not going to be good. Just you can't survive a tornado like this. It's not possible. But again, Dawson Springs, imminent. St. Charles, Nortonsville, White Plains, Morton's Gap, Earlington, Madisonville, even Nebo. You have to keep your eyes on this, folks. This is a very dangerous situation. You have to take this seriously. So if you're anywhere where I just said, you need to be in your safe place. It's near Dawson Springs and Olney right now. East Central Caldwell County, Southwestern Hopkins County. If you're in either of those counties, you have to be in your safe place. Don't even wait to hear me say anything else. Just, if you're in Caldwell County, get to your safe place immediately. It just seems like it just won't stop. I mean, last night it was pretty quiet throughout the afternoon that, you know, all that event was happening, and everybody, I can't stand when people are like, oh, this event, it didn't play out, like, we're good, and then as soon as people say that, we get a deadly tornado, and we had about 5 tornadoes on the ground at once, and at 1 in the morning. I mean, you can't see the tornado, and half the people were asleep. I mean, we gotta focus on this, but, oh man, yeah. Again, Dawson Springs, I've done everything that I can. If you're hearing me say this to take cover now, it's too late, because you need to be in your safe place. I mean, you can make out the debris ball so easily here. It's right in here. You see it moving across? That's debris being lofted 40,000 feet into the air. That's people's homes, that's trees, that's buildings. I mean, look. When you see hail on the radar, it looks like this. The light pink and purple. Well, guess what? This right here, that's not hail, that's debris. That's not even rain or hail. That is literally debris from this tornado being picked up. And the radar is picking it up. That's how strong this tornado is. I mean, wow. That is very bad. Very bad. Look at that. I mean, this debris ball is likely, I mean, this is like a 2-mile wide tornado, possibly 2.25 mile wide tornado wedge. I mean, that is a massive tornado. 2.25 mile wide debris ball. That means that this tornado is destroying stuff with like 2.25 mile wide from it. That's ridiculous. That is a massive tornado. Yeah, again, Dawson Springs, I pray to God that you took the warning seriously, because it's on your head at this point. Gigantic wedge tornado. Wow, that is a massive tornado on the ground. Look at the size of this. Look at that, folks. I mean, this is exactly what I'm saying. This is, this is what's happening here. This is what I'm saying is on the ground, and we're starting to see pictures, but see, you can't even see it. You can't even really make out that this is all the tornado. I mean, it takes up the whole screen. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's 2.5 mile wide tornado. That is a massive tornado. I mean, at some point, the National Weather Service says it's so large that you can't even tell that it is a tornado. I mean, this might not even be the entire tornado. It might be even bigger than the frame. I mean, that's crazy. Wow. I mean, this is earlier. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, through May 26th, 96 tornadoes. Jeez. It's just nonstop. I feel so bad for these people. Heck, we can't even get rain here in Tampa, but I fear that our turn will come when the hurricane season gets here. I hope it doesn't, but all these people are just getting hit. And it's just, I don't know. It's just terrible. I mean, this is, like, ridiculous. I'm trying to see if we have any videos coming in from the tornado. Obviously, we saw some pictures. I saw some pictures of the tornado. It's 2 mile wide wedge. It's terrible. Let's get the latest radar scans here. Again, Dawson Springs. This has already hit you. This is likely still on the ground. Yeah, I would say that this right here is debris still. Wow. This has been on the ground for 10-15 minutes now. I mean, this has been doing damage for 15 minutes straight. Some of the pictures that are going to come out of Dawson Springs are pretty scary. This is likely just... Yeah, see, that is definitely still on the ground right there. Because the correlation coefficient is lining up exactly with it. You can see it right there. So, this is still a tornado on the ground doing damage. I mean, this is very bad. Folks, you have got to take this seriously. We'll try and get some new video coming out of some of these towns in a bit. But I want to continue to warn Dawson Springs. This is either hitting you right now or this has already hit you. Next in line is St. Charles, Morton's Gap, Nortonville, White Plains, Earlington, Madisonville. If you're in any of those areas, you need to take cover right now. East Central Caldwell County, Southwestern Hopkins County. If you're in either of those counties, please take shelter. You cannot survive this tornado if it continues. It is way too violent and dangerous. It's just, it's deadly. It's a serious situation here. Words can't really describe it, because I'm not there experiencing it, but it's a life-threatening situation for sure. It's a very bad situation. Let's see if we have any more picture or video coming out of some of these towns. Again, here's the video that we saw earlier. It's very blurry. You can see the tornado. Look at this. Huge tornado. Look at that. That is a massive cone. Wedge tornado. Debris is being lofted 40,000 feet in the air. Tornado emergency. Dawson Springs. Please. 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 It's a catastrophic tornado, folks. Guys, you can listen to this. Just for reference of how big the tornado north of Princeton is, you can see the debris ball via KOHX, which is the radar located in Nashville. If you can literally see it all the way from Nashville, because it's literally just launching debris 40,000 feet in the air. You can see it from radars that are hundreds of miles away. That is how big this tornado is. Wow, that's insane. That is crazy. The fact that you can see this on the Nashville radar is, I mean, that just shows how serious this tornado is. I fear the pictures that are going to come out of Dawson Springs and debris 30,000 feet. I'm very worried for these people. I fear that there's going to be some very bad damage coming out of these poor little cities in Kentucky. It's terrible. I mean, it just, the carnage continues. I mean, it's just one after another. This is last night in Texas, and oh, a tropical wave. Imagine that. And it's just crazy weather right now. This is Texas last night. Oklahoma got it last night. I mean, again, Arkansas, there were 5 tornadoes on the ground at once. 3 tornado emergencies at once. And now this. I mean, it's just, I'm trying to see if we can get any pictures or video of this tornado. I mean, we've had plenty, but I want to see what the latest is and see if we can get any other from storm chasers. I want to see if there's any storm chasers on this right now. So I'm just trying to give you guys the best coverage here. So if I can give you somebody that is there and has a live shot of it, that would be good. Let's see. I don't want to log in. I don't know if there's any storm chasers. On this storm right now. Anyway, we'll check back on that in a minute. Let's see the latest radar here. Let's update everything. The rotation still looks pretty strong. Let's see. Let's see what the debris is looking like. Oh, okay. I don't want to. It still looks like it's on the ground. I think this is still likely on the ground, folks. For a minute I thought it looked weaker, but I'm not gonna say anything until I know for sure, because this very well is still a tornado on the ground for sure. And there's such strong winds with this that, like, even if there wasn't a tornado on the ground, you need to just be in the lowest floor taking shelter, because this is very bad. I'm just trying to see the spotter network here to see if we... Yeah, so just reporting tornado on the ground. Tornado. Rotating wall cloud. Just trying to see if we could get any of the reports coming out of here, which we are. So the tornado is right here. There's a chaser right on it. Brandon Clement seems to be right on the storm. He's right near Dawson Springs. I need to see if I can sign up for this, because I want to see his footage, because this is crazy. He's right near Dawson Springs, so I want to see if I can see some of the live damage that's coming out of that town. One sec, guys. You know what, I better just... Oh, wow. Yeah, that is still on the ground. The latest debris imagery, folks, that is a massive tornado still on the ground. You can see it. I mean, jeez. Yep, still on the ground. It might have recycled a little bit, too. They do that a lot. You gotta feel for these people. I mean, it's very bad, very bad, very bad. It's just, as a weather person who can read the radar very well and knows how to recognize these kind of things, I can see what is happening, and it's terrible. I mean, just seeing that big of a debris ball, I mean, again, that's people's homes. Pieces of people's homes going up 40,000 feet in the air. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, these poor people. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to sign up for the spotter network here so I can see if I can get that guy who's the storm chaser who's right near Dawson Springs, if we can see some of the damage or search and rescue that is going on. In that town right now, so we can see what's going on there. Sorry, I should just be focusing on the tornado, but I just wanted to see if I could sign up so we could get some of the video coming out of there. Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to be very bad. Just because of the radar that is picking up. It's not good. But, so pray for those people in Caldwell County, for sure. Keep them in your thoughts tonight as they experience something that is just unimaginable. I mean, alright, I'm gonna come back on here. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Screen. Alright. Sorry, we're gonna get back to this coverage here of this deadly situation that is unfolding in Caldwell County in Kentucky. I don't know why my screen, there it is. Okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to see if we could get any video out of there, but I don't think we're going to be able to. Okay. Anyways, let's stay up to date. I don't think there's any storm chasers really on this right now. I mean, thank God for that. I don't think anybody should be. In complete honesty. Just because of the threat level that is with this right now. Yeah, that is a big tornado. I know I'm saying it over and over again, folks, but oh wow. Folks, this is not hail. That is not hail. That is... Jeez. That is likely debris. The good news... I still think that is just a strong debris signature. The good news is that the tornado emergency has been canceled, but this is still an observed tornado on the ground, folks. This is not to be taken lightly at all. I mean, let's see what the latest is here coming in. If we have any more video or anything that I can share with you, I want to. This is from earlier, just another tornado. Again, folks, look at this. Homes were likely just impacted. I mean, this is a map of the Dawson Springs area. And, I mean, you can see people's homes. I mean, these are all homes. It's just terrible. This just likely plowed through a bunch of homes. I fear the pictures that are going to come out of there. Again, this is near Dawson Springs. I mean, what has happened at this point. I mean, if you're in the path of this, you gotta take shelter. This is just catastrophic tornado, and you'll see what I'm talking about when some of the reports and the pictures out of Dawson Springs come in, because it's bad. It's really bad. I think you'll understand more when the pictures and everything come in out of that poor town, because it's not pretty at all. Very bad. I mean, I feel for those people. I mean, in a way, I can't. I've never been in a tornado. I almost have, but I know how to read the radar well enough, and I just know how bad this is. It's very intense. I fear the pictures that are going to come out of this poor little town here in Dawson Springs, Kentucky. We have to hope for the best, but I mean, when you have a tornado that strong, there's going to be damage. I mean, it's just fortunately how it is. It's just there's not much around. There's not really a way around it. It's one of the most active tornado seasons in history. I mean, this is just video of one of the many other tornadoes. I mean, last night there were 3 in one little area that were on the ground. There was triplet tornadoes on the ground. I'm not getting a whole lot of video right now out of this deadly tornado. Let's see what the latest scan is here on the radar. Yeah, still, I mean, this is likely still on the ground. This is going on for 25 minutes now. Folks, that is still a large tornado on the ground. Right there. That's bad. That's very bad. Folks, hear me out. Dawson Springs, what's happened to you has happened to you. I pray for you in those towns. But we got to focus on upcoming here. We'll look back at the damage that was done there. Next in line, Madisonville. Oh, they extended a tornado emergency. Okay, folks, this is still a very deadly situation. Coming into Earlington and Morton's Gap. If you're in either of these towns in Caldwell County, you need to be in your safe place. You have a matter of minutes before this is going to be on your head. Madisonville, Nortonville, also in your safe place. Please, if you're anywhere in this tornado warning, St. Charles is likely getting some very strong outflow winds from this tornado. You need to just be in your safe place if you're in this warning area at all. This is still on the ground, moving into these other towns right now. You have minutes. I mean, I started this live about 36 minutes ago, and this tornado was already on the ground for a while before that. This is likely going on 40 to 45 minutes of being on the ground now. Man, I mean, it's just, ugh. We're going on about 45 minutes of this being on the ground. I mean, that's crazy. 45 minutes of being on the ground. Man. I mean, let's see if we have any video. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, it won't be long before the video of Dawson Springs starts coming in. It won't be long. Once Storm Chasers and everybody can get to there. I don't even know if you can. Direct hit to Morton Gap. Imminent. This is imminent. Morton's Gap, Earlington. You have to be in your safe place. Look at that rotate. That is wow. I mean, I can't even put it into words. I mean, you have to just see it. It's just crazy. That has to be a 2-mile wide wedge tornado on the ground. Morton's Gap. I mean, you guys have minutes. I hate to sound so extreme about it, but you have to in this situation because this is a matter of life and death at this point. Morton's Gap, you guys have to be in your safe place. You probably have about 2 minutes, 1 minute from when you're hearing me say this right now, because this is on your head. Earlington and Morton's Gap, you need to be in your safe place. You need to. Here's the tornado. I mean, that was a while. I mean, that was 42 minutes ago, folks. This has been on the ground for 40 plus minutes. Coming on to 45 minutes now of being on the ground. Morton's Gap, I mean, you guys just... I'm trying to see if we can get any video of the damage that has been done or live video of this tornado. But I don't seem to be able to get anything. I don't even know if you can get into that poor little town that just got hit. There's probably a bunch of stuff blocking the roads. It's very bad. Could be gas leaks. It's a war zone right now, likely in Dawson and folks. Oh my gosh, jeez. I mean, that is all debris, folks. That is a massive debris ball. I'm trying to measure out. This is likely. I mean, there's debris about 2.5 miles away from this tornado. Just think of that. That is how big this tornado is. It's throwing debris 2.5 miles wide. I mean, that is just, wow. That is a massive tornado on the ground. I know I keep saying it, but I have to use the wording, folks. That is debris. I mean, it's hard to watch. It really is. I mean, I'm literally just watching people's homes on the radar being picked up. That's how deadly this is. Jeez. Just can't catch a break. And hurricane season coming up is a whole nother story. Wow. I mean, the debris just continues to show up stronger and stronger. That is a massive debris ball. Look at that. You can make it out, clearly. See where the colors are brighter? That is debris. That is people's homes, trees, buildings. I mean, that is just... Again, this is... I mean, this debris ball goes out... Wow. I mean, that's like a 3-mile wide debris ball. I mean, that's people's homes in Morton Gap, St. Charles, and Arlington, and Dawson Springs. It's people's homes. Man, I fear the pictures that are going to come out of these poor little towns. I mean, that is a 3-mile wide debris ball. This is... This could be an EF4 and EF5 tornado. Wow. Man, I mean, words can't describe. That is a major tornado. Just wait and you'll see what I'm talking about. When some of these videos of this come in, it's gonna be it's hard to see. My heart is broken for these people. It really is. Again, you feel so helpless watching this happen. Because I know enough about the radar, I know enough about the weather, and I know I've seen enough to know that this is a terrible situation, and all I can do is just warn people as best I can, but at the end of the day, if people don't take this seriously, there's not a whole lot I can do. Alright, what's the latest? Come on. Man, can this thing just lift? This is like 45 minutes on the ground now. Okay, here's more pictures of it. That was earlier, though. I mean, the problem is you're not going to see a lot of pictures. It's dark. I mean, it's nighttime. You can't see this. That's what makes this situation twice as bad. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's a radar error or what, but that is... Wow. Oh my gosh. That is just about as strong of rotation as you can have, folks. I mean, this could be a EF4, EF5 on the ground. Wow. I mean, look at the size of that. This is all the debris. This is probably how big this is all debris from the tornado in this area. That is a monster tornado. It keeps getting bigger too. This is going out about 3 miles wide now. 3-mile wide debris ball, folks. And it's rain wrapped. Oh man. See, I mean, you can't see this, folks. It's night and it's rain wrapped. It's covered in rain. This tornado is covered in rain. You cannot see it. If you go outside and try to look, it's doing you no good but putting your life at risk. You cannot see this tornado. It's impossible to see it. It's completely wrapped in rain. These are the most dangerous nocturnal wrapped in rain tornado. I mean, that is a recipe for disaster. Wow. I'm extremely dangerous. Man. Okay. Yeah, again, folks, this is imminent. Big time. Homes and structures are about to be impacted. West Kentucky ATV Park, Hopkins Central High School. I mean, there's a high school that's about to be absolutely hammered by this. Man. Folks, please, please, please take this seriously. I mean, this is going right into Morton's Gap and Arlington. This is about to hit the Hopkins County Central High School and the West Kentucky ATV Park. If you were in the West Kentucky ATV Park, and there's homes in between this too. Hopkins County Central High School. Please, folks, you are right in the path of this. You need to take shelter immediately. This is imminent on you. And it's not showing any signs of weakening. It just continues to grow. This is about to hit a high school. This is terrible. I hate to even look at the debris ball, but we have to. I mean, Hopkins County High School, and ATV Park. You need to be in your. I mean, this is going right into the. Folks, the tornado is somewhere right in here. Earlington, Morton's Gap. This is on you now too. I've done everything that I can. You're feeling it right now. I mean, it's hitting you right now. This tornado has been on the ground for about 50 minutes. It just won't give up. It won't give it up. It just continues to do damage. I mean, it's about to hit the high school. It's just terrible. And, I mean, we're going on 50 minutes of this thing being on the ground, and it hasn't weakened at all. It just continues to plow its way in. Man, I mean, it's about to hit a high school. I mean, it probably already has. I mean, there's not much I can do at this point. I've warned the best that I can. Earlington. Oh my gosh. Wow. Folks, this is going into downtown Earlington. Look at all these homes. This town. Oh my. It changed path. Now it's going into Earlington. Oh man. It's going right into Earlington, Kentucky. I mean, it already is. This is hitting people's homes right now. I'm scared to see the debris ball with this now. I mean, it's just picking everything up at this point. Earlington, please, please, please. It's going, look at this, folks. This is a map of the town. It's going right into Earlington. Hopkinsville Road, West Main Street, McEwen Avenue, Earlington Assembly, downtown Earlington. If you're in Earlington, you need to be in a safe place. It might already be too late, but I'm going to keep saying it just in case anybody is still tuned in from Earlington or has family in If you have family in Earlington, if you're in Earlington, you need to forward the message because this is terrible. I mean, it's likely already too late at this point if you're not in your shelter. But, I mean, this is going into downtown Earlington. A small little town in Kentucky is about to really feel it.
Issued. So let's get you that info. Tornado emergency for Morton's Gap in western Kentucky right now. Hopkins County.
It's hitting more debris as it gets closer to Morton's Gap in Earlington. Oh man, this is life or death. I mean, this is it. You can see the debris. Wow. I mean, it's picking stuff up right now. It's literally in Earlington and Morton's Gap right now. I mean, it's just, when you really think about it, it's just terrible. It's literally just doing damage to people. I mean, there might be fatalities with this. This is terrible. I'm trying to just get video, but I can't. There's no video coming in right now. I mean, the damage is going to come in very shortly because it's already... My goodness. I mean, Morton's Gap, Earlington. I mean, this has been going... This started all the way back in Princeton, folks. Look at this. It started here, and it's literally gone all the way to here. Look at that tornado path. It's gone all the way. That is about... See how many miles that is. This has likely been going for about 23 miles, 24, 25 miles. Call it 24 miles. This tornado has been on the ground for 24 miles now. It's literally just been doing damage for about 50 plus minutes. I went live 50 minutes ago and it was already on the ground for at least 5 to 10 minutes before I went live. So, 55 minutes of a tornado on the ground. Man. Just trying to see if I can get any updates or video or damage reports, but there's just nothing coming in right now. I'm very worried about what is going to come in from this. Okay. Yeah, this tornado does look to be weakening a bit near Morton's Gap. But folks, this is likely... This is December 10th all over again. Wow. Folks, I mean, this might be roping out, but it's too hard to say right now at this time. And it looks to be finally trying to weaken. But there may still be a tornado on the ground, and you can't take a chance. Because, I mean, Morton's Gap, these can be sneaky. They can recycle and try to put another tornado right on the ground. So you have to continue to be careful here. Whether it's on the ground still or not, you have to be careful. I mean, what's been done has been done. You know what I mean? It's like I'm glad that it's possibly weakening, but what's happened to Dawson Springs and Morton's Gap, Arlington, Princeton, St. Charles, I mean, what's happened has happened, and it's terrible. It does look to be trying to weaken, though, at this time. We hope that that trend continues, but again, these things can fluctuate very quickly, so you cannot rely on it just completely, like, being done for, because there may still be a little tornado on the ground right now. But we're hoping that it continues this trend of weakening. That's a good sign. That's all we can hope for at this point. What's happened has happened, but we can hope that it can spare other people in the process somehow. So that's what we gotta hope for at this time. I will let you know when we have damage pictures and videos of the tornado coming in. It shouldn't be long before these start to flood in, because I have a feeling that this tornado did do a ton of damage in the Dawson Springs area in particular. So we'll wait for those damage reports to come in. If this tornado warning gets canceled, I'll probably step aside and take a break. This has been 50 minutes of non-stop, serious. But not until these tornado warnings get canceled. But it does look like it's roping out. So this is likely not on the ground anymore, if I had to guess. But, again, what's happened has happened. I mean, it's inevitable. It's just terrible what's happened. And we don't know exactly what has happened, but when you have a tornado that strong for 50 minutes straight, 55 minutes straight on the ground, there's going to be a lot of damage, and people's lives have changed in the last 50 minutes for sure. Again, hoping that it roped out. If you don't know what roped out means, it means that it just, got cut off and the tornado's done. We can hope for that at this point. But we still have tornado emergency and tornado warning issued, so we cannot let our guard down, folks, in Arlington and Morton's Gap. Again, they already would have gotten hit if it was on the ground, so I'm not sure. But luckily moving into a bit of a more rural area, but there's still homes out there that need to be warned. Oh gosh. Here's some of the first pictures. Oh gosh. Folks, that's somebody's house. I mean, there's the tornado. Wow. Incredible tornado. Horrific. Yeah, this was the guy that was on the storm, Brandon Clement. That's right. He was on the storm. He was the storm chaser that I was watching on the storm. So this is what I'm talking about. Some of this is... Oh, wow. That is all the debris falling from... Folks, oh my goodness. This is all the debris fallout. I mean, people hundreds of miles away are getting hit by debris from people in Morton's Gap. I mean, I can't even... That's ridiculous to me. Look at this. Somebody's house, man. Oh, man. I mean, this is a long-tracked monster. What's happened has happened, but look at the debris fallout. That's literally all from this tornado. It literally threw debris about hundreds of miles away from it. Because it picked it up 40,000 feet in the air and then threw it. And so it's starting to, like, hit... I mean, there's just, like, people's houses falling on other towns. I mean, it's just ridiculous to even think about. Oh, wow. I mean, this is the sad part that is going to start to come in. My heart is broken for these people. The first things even that are coming in are just terrible. Be a completely destroyed house, and just the debris fallout from the fact that the debris is that far out, falling down, is just insane. I mean, that has to be a EF4 tornado to be able to do that, at least. I mean, the fact that the debris is falling out onto towns that far away from where the tornado happened just shows how strong this tornado was. Man. This was an hour ago, folks, that we were looking at this debris ball picking up. Over an hour ago that this first picture was coming in. This tornado, what a monster. I mean, just a long-tracked monster. Just wouldn't quit. Let's see if the warning and emergency has been dropped yet. Yes, this tornado is likely, I'm almost positive, not on the ground anymore. These warnings will likely be allowed to cancel. There may still be a tornado rotating, but it certainly is weakened a lot. But if you're in the warning areas, you still need to be taking cover because there are some very strong winds with this still. At the very least. But, I mean, just... Oh, man, look at this, folks. Significant damage. This is north of Dawson Springs. This is somebody's house. I mean... Oh, man. Folks, that's the picture that I need to leave up. I mean, that is just... This is what I'm talking about, guys. I saw it on the radar, and fortunately, this is the worst part. It's all coming into picture. I mean, this is north of Dawson Springs. This is the kind of stuff that we're going to see, unfortunately. This is somebody's house near Dawson Springs. Completely gone. A total loss. I mean, a total loss. That picture is all I need to leave up. I mean, that is just... That is what just happened. I mean, it's terrible. I just hope if they were home that they're okay. I mean, that's all we can hope for. I wanted to see the weather in Charlotte because the race is going on there. This is tough to watch, guys. Tough to watch. I mean, we're really going to start to get the idea of how bad this really was. And here's the problem. They just got hit there. Look at what's coming in. A line of very heavy rain with likely some very strong gusty winds. I mean, it's just this little storm in front of the line got isolated and did that tornado. And now the rest of the storm's coming in. Not saying there's going to be another tornado, but they're about to get heavy downpours when people are likely missing, hurt. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, scary night in Western Kentucky. Wow. The Mayfield EF4 from 2021 is currently intersecting. Oh man, these poor people. Guys, look at this. The EF4 that hit here in 2021, that was very bad. The purple line. This other tornado just went right through it. I mean, these people, they probably just finished rebuilding and they just got hit again. It's just terrible. And there were winds up to 200 miles an hour on the radar showing up. $200-mile-an-hour winds. You look up what 200-mile-an-hour winds look like, because there's not many videos of it. Because if you're in a 200-mile-an-hour wind, you're not looking too good. And it's just, you can't even imagine. That'll just rip your entire house apart in a second. 200-mile-an-hour winds. That's just absolutely crazy. I mean, that's crazy. Literally. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief just a bit. Tornado warning is still, I mean, it's just terrible though, because now this line of storms is coming in. This line of storms, these people, there's people missing probably. There's a bunch of stuff going on right now. This line of storms is probably packing 60 to 70 mile an hour winds, maybe 70 to 80. So these people that just got hit by a EF3, EF4, I don't know exactly, I don't want to speculate, but are literally about to get hit with 70 to 80 mile an hour gusts from this squall line. I mean, man, the weather has just got no mercy for these poor people. I mean, there's people missing, probably. And you saw the picture of that home. If there's people in there, could be death, there's injuries likely. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, I've been at this for an hour now about on the same tornado. That's how crazy of a tornado that was. Keep your thoughts and prayers with the folks in the small town of Dawson Springs, Kentucky tonight. They're gonna need it. Look at this. This is the track. Look at how long that went for. That's all debris. Man. Look at the size of that. That's a massive tornado. There's not a whole lot coming in. I mean, we had that one picture of the house the storm chaser was on. Brandon Clement. I knew he was on the damage area there in Dawson Springs. So I knew that he was going to be able to get some video and picture for us. But other than that, you know, I haven't seen a whole lot come in. Not meaning that there isn't damage, because there's obviously damage. There's a lot of structures damaged or destroyed. I mean, it literally went through a main road in Hopkinsville. I hate to say it, I'm just being honest, you know. Yeah, see, like, you can literally see, wow, look at that. This is literally, you can see where the 2021 tornado hit. And this other one just went straight through there. You can see the scar from the 2021 tornado impacted by the tornado tonight. Incredibly unlucky to be striked. These people were struck by a significant tornado twice in 3 years. I mean, you have to be so unlucky. I feel terrible for those people. It's terrible. Now that the immediate threat has, but there's still like rotation going on in there and stuff. I mean, those poor people. Scary, scary night in Kentucky. I mean, there's debris fallout all the way hundreds of miles. Ah, man, it's just not something you see every day. And something that you hope to never see again, but you know that well, folks, I think that I've done everything that I can. I know there's going to be a lot of damage coming out. We'll continue to look into that for you guys. Thank you for watching. The severe threat continues, but the immediate threat for this tornado in particular has been dropped. I hope that I was able to help you if you were in the live stream. Scary night for those, and you know, my thoughts and prayers go out to you in Kentucky and other places affected by this severe weather outbreak tonight. I'll continue to try and update on my Twitter at TylerKinsStormChaser. If you want to follow me there, at Chaser_Kin. I post the latest on the weather outbreak and stuff, so I would appreciate a follow there. Thank you guys for watching, and prayers out to those tonight affected by the tornado that just occurred, and